Kaylin Oyer. I'm the features editor at the Post and Courier, and today I'm here with
Emily Curtis.
And this is Bands on Bike Taxis Getting Beers. So what is your favorite thing about being a musician here in Charleston?
I think it is the amount of opportunities there are for all the different musicians here to make a living, where in other cities you don't necessarily have that ability as much. It's more competitive because it's a hospitality town. There's a lot of stuff going on year round. So
What's it like? Okay, what's it like being a full-time musician?
It is structureless. I have no set bedtime, and it's really throwing me off.
Yeah, routine is out the window, kind of. You just take the gigs and
sleep when you sleep, and you work when you work, and
fair enough.
Write when you write. Yeah, just make sure you get it done, basically.
Yep, I feel that. Got the 3 B's: Bands on Bike Taxis, Getting Beers,
Bears, Beats, Battlestar Galactica.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
You couldn't resist. No, it's perfect. I'm gonna ask the 3 G's.
Okay.
So, what is your favorite guitar gig that you've played and game?
My favorite guitar is probably my dad's guitar, actually.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I just love the way it sounds, and he's had it forever since I was tiny, and it's got a lot of wear and tear on it. He's been through it, but it always feels good to play.
What kind of guitar is it?
It's Taylor. Or no, is it Mark? I just know it's my dad's guitar.
It's like one of those
in my head.
Right. You're like, I see it perfectly. I play it all the time.
Wait, it's not a Taylor.
Okay.
It's a Martin.
A Martin. Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like some people are very into what guitar they play.
Yeah, I just want mine to sound good.
You're like,
and I want it to
that.
feel good when I play it. I'm less about like the name of it. I don't really care about that part so much as if it sounds really good on the song and if my hand can fit and like press the strings down without cramping up.
That's fair. Yeah. Favorite guitar. Favorite gig that you've played.
I think my favorite show that I've done was last year doing Spiegel Tent with Charlton and Kiana with the Gilliard Center. That was just such a magical, whimsical space, and just being with 2 such talented people that they just lifted me up so much, which was, they didn't have to do that. And I just put all the pieces together, which is great. I mean, obviously, I love my girl band.
Yes. We're gonna meet up with some.
Yes, some of them are gonna be
later.
Here.
Love that.
Yeah, that is that's been a really cool collaboration.
Okay, well, we got to get to the last G. So, a game, like a board game. Are you a video game person?
I like to play Minesweeper and Sudoku on my phone a lot.
Okay.
That's like my mindful mindlessness. Yes. That's a weird way to put that.
It's still good for you to play.
Yeah.
The holidays are coming up. And I want to know, what is your favorite local holiday tradition?
I remember when I was little, Mom used to always take me to the Charleston Lakes Hotel.
Oh, yeah, when they do the train.
Yeah, we would go see the train. Me and my little brother would sit on Santa's lap. She'd get us hot chocolate. That's cute. Run around Marion Square. And this year, I get to sing at the Christmas tree lighting. So that's
I love that.
A nice little full circle.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, let's go down and everyone introduce yourself, your name, and what you do.
I am Kelly Sanchez, and I play keys for Emily. And I have a band called Crane Style, and I have a band called Kelly's Playhouse. And I play for Graham Worley. There we go.
There we go.
My name is DuBose, and I am singing backup for Emily. And we also sing backup for Patrick Davis. And I also have a band called the Zan Band, and I am releasing some music pretty soon. So just all the things. And I'm finishing up my master's in choir. So
love that.
I'm Emily, and I sing my own music, and I do covers. I put together this group of gals that we played Riverfront Revival together. And sometimes I sing backup for other people.
So you're a full-time musician. We were talking about that earlier. So what are some of the struggles that you face as a musician in Charleston, especially when you're doing it full-time?
Well, there's a balance. I think that it's really delicate, and each person's different. You don't want to play so many cover gigs that you're burned out and you're also overexposed. So I tend to play a very select few public cover gigs, and I don't really post about it.
Wanted to ask a little bit more about how the lineup came together for Riverfront Revival. Obviously, we did a story about it in the Post and Courier.
Thank you.
But would love to talk a little more about, why did you decide for all women, which I love personally, and how did you make it happen?
At first I was just kind of saying, wouldn't it be cool if, and it was kind of just, I didn't actually think it was going to happen, and I thought it was all like pretty much like a lost cause, like why bother? Then I just kind of sat with it some more. I was like, no, what if I like did it? I know enough women now, and we have a good enough bond. There's like a trust and like respect between us, so that went for it and just kind of took an inventory of the people in my life and what they do and how we get along was a big one, and just started reaching out, and it was really cool how each one became a part of it and was just so excited about it.
Yeah, so we want to go down the line and say kind of what you thought when you got asked. And
Well, we were at a meeting. Can I shout out the Sis group?
yeah, I was going to ask about
all
that too. So yeah.
So there's a group called Sisters in Song, and I was just kind of sharing about some of the stuff that I was going through, talking about taking on more keyboard jobs when we were at the Sis meeting, and Emily just said, do you want to play at the Riverfront Revival? And I just said, yeah.
So I remember she told me, hey, I'm going to get to play Riverfront Revival. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. When is it? I want to put it on my calendar. I want to be there. I knew it was in Charleston, and I had been seeing postings about it, and so I put it on my calendar, and then she told me about the girl band thing, and I was like, well, if you need background vocals, and she was like, I always need and I was like, okay, let's do it, cool. And it was just really, like, the coolest thing. I told her, like, there are not enough female bands and just like female players in the game. Like,
Yeah.
I love my band, but they are all male and me. And that's what you see most of the time. And so the really cool thing, both with Sis and with this event in particular, is that we get to set that example. Those people in the audience or the kids that see the videos are like, whoa, that's a female-filled stage. Like, maybe I could do that. And then someone has that idea and they follow through like Emily did. And it just starts happening more and more.
Let's go into talking then about Sisters in Song, Sis Charleston, and kind of what that has done, what it's created for women in the music industry. But you're one of the founders, so.
Yeah, along with Erica Lamble and Maggie Holsey. We're talking about things we're thankful for in our jobs and just like careers, because a lot of times we do talk about struggle and what we're going through. It's like, well, let's focus on some good things that we're really excited about. And everybody went around and really actually highlighted the group and the community and the fact that they feel supported in ways they haven't before. And for me, I know that I could say that all of the cool opportunities that I got over the last couple of years have been a direct connection to Sis.
Wow.
And like I can trace them back
That is so
to
cool.
each meeting. I know exactly when it happened. And so I think it was just cool that everybody kind of drew the conclusion, like, we were pursuing community, we weren't pursuing us, we weren't pursuing our names, we were pursuing connection and like genuine, authentic support in a really difficult industry.
And I think when you can find a community of women that is willing to come to the table and support each other wholeheartedly, that's where it starts to shift, and that's where things really start happening for everybody. I know Emily a few weeks ago said something along the lines of, a win for you is a win for me is a win for all of us.
Yeah, so what is the next? Do we have a gig lined up for?
Well, we have we have a group chat that's still going.
Okay, love that.
Two of our girls are not here. Sarah Faith is in Nashville, Latoya Renee is in Atlanta.
Okay.
We've talked about what would it look like if it wasn't just like Emily Curtis's music.
Yeah.
What if it was DuBose and like we did her songs, but the same group of girls? And it's like we're not a band per se, as far as like a titled band, like the Beatles. Like it's not just like Paul McCartney; it's like the Beatles.
Right.
Whereas this would be like each artist, so that you're not
their
compromising your own
individual.
artistry.
Yeah.
But it's us like interchangeably working together as the front women and
I like that. That's
innovative.
cool.
I think it's innovative. Swivel Sisters.
The Swivel Sisters. Okay,
That's
I
what I
like
want so bad.
It'll be like in brackets. Yeah, I feel like there's a couple groups that I kind of see doing that in Nashville. Like we've talked about that before, like with Pistol Annies and stuff like that. Miranda Lambert, Highwaywomen. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just kind of thinking in that direction of what could that look like and how does everybody benefit the most out of it.
All right, I love it. Those were all the questions I had for you guys.
Cool.
Thank you.
Want to do a cheers for?
Yeah.
Cheers! Thank you guys.
Bands on bike taxis. Getting beers. We can do it again. Beers. That's it. Bands on bike taxis. Taxis, not just bikes.
Getting beers.
Okay.